Okay,
Yeah.
so I guess
There's so many things that I have questions about. Like, for instance, the way that I felt about children was I felt that, you see, Lyle traveled a great deal
yeah.
and went around the world doing stuff. And so I was by myself raising the kids because I agreed. It was that I wasn't like, well, or just abandon with the kids. That
Yeah.
isn't what it was.
Yeah, no.
It was, is that what you feel like you should do, or feel that that's
Mhm.
the next step? I just backed it.
Yeah, support. Yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't need to because I had no reason to complain.
Hmm.
All I'm saying is that, what am I saying? I am saying, oh yes, that because he wasn't always there, and I was pregnant half of our married life, but about
Yeah.
6 kids takes you
Yeah.
6 times 9.
6 kids is
A lot of hours, a lot of years,
yeah.
months.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's a lot.
It's a lot.
A lot of months. So, but where I felt about it was I had part of him inside of me when he wasn't there.
Yeah.
That was something of us, but it was him.
Hmm.
And I felt that was quite the privilege, really. And I did not
That's a
resent
very
having
sweet way to.
the child inside me because I
Yeah.
love him.
Yeah.
And actually, I get
Yeah.
to carry something of him inside when he's far away.
Yeah. Oh, that's very sweet.
But the thing was that because I had the idea or thought that I wanted him to do all that God wanted him to, or he
Mhm.
felt to do, or whatever, he didn't get to many baseball games.
Yeah.
He didn't. There was only, he only changed 2 diapers.
Oh no.
Maybe it was 3, because some
Yeah.
old lady told him, well, you need to at least know how. What if something happened to Lyle? You need to at least know
That's
how
true.
to change it.
Yeah.
So like 2 or 3. But I thought, why should he? Because that's something I can do. It's no big deal.
Oh, that's so good.
And the thing is that that's just a fielding thing. There's no necessary. So he doesn't need to do that. But it did mean that he didn't get as close to the kids, and it even, as maybe it would have been wise.
Yeah. Oh, I understand.
So I am not saying that it was the right thing altogether to do to protect him from having to deal with the children. The only time where I did desperately, I thought, I don't know how women deal with having children without a husband, was when they got to be 12 and 13.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Because then what happened was that they just became, off and on, they became incorrigible.
Mhm.
I didn't know what to do with them.
Yeah.
And now these are big kids,
Yeah.
teenagers. I thought, I do not know how to handle this. So what I do, if it got so, I didn't know how to handle it.
Mhm.
And it happened not jillions of times, but
Enough times.
that I'd knock on his door where he was studying or making one of these satellites or something.
Yeah.
And I'd say, and he'd say, yes. I'd said, I need your help. Because I didn't normally bug him. If I could avoid bugging him, I would.
Yeah.
But when I said that, he realized, okay, I said, this is the child, and I'm at my wits.
Yeah. Yeah.
You've got to do something with him because I don't know what to do. So I would leave he'd take the young person in, close the door, and I couldn't hear their words, but there certainly wasn't anybody getting hit or spanked or any loud shouting or anything.
Everything was fairly.
And then within about, pretty quick actually, 10 minutes or so, I don't remember, I never looked at the clock, but within a very reasonably short time, that same young person that was giving me Fritniks came to me most docilely and said, Mom, I'm sorry.
Wow.
And I thought, oh, thank you, Jesus.
What in the world?
Thank you, Jesus. How do ladies do without us?
That's amazing.
And so I've always thought, well, what in the world was he saying? And I've decided probably he was saying, look, poor old Mom, she's giving her best.
She's worked
she's
so
trying.
hard.
Yeah, he probably reasoned with them because it wasn't, I'm sorry, Mom.
Yeah.
And waltz off like, thou shalt go and say you're sorry to your mother, you bad kid. No, it was whatever he did was no violence, no shouting, but honestly, it was like a miracle.
He
for me.
convinced them to
Well, for
yeah.
how he did it, as I say, I can only think.
I'll have to ask him when
We'll
Luna's
have
a
to
little
ask him.
older.
Because I mean it with
Yeah.
a real repentant,
That's
sad look.
so
and think,
sweet.
I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Mom. A
Mhm.
genuine, I'm sorry. Okay, well, onward we go.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
So
What a good. I love that.
But I didn't bug him on the minutia.
Yeah.
I figured he's busy. I can handle it.
Yeah, I can do this.
It's when I couldn't that I thought I can't.
Yeah.
And when I talked to you about that 5-year-old, he was in a country another many miles away. I'm in another continent, and we didn't have cell phones in those days. Remember?
Yeah. Yeah.
There was I couldn't write him a letter or
No.
something, or anyway. So I'm just saying, I had the Lord.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah, I love that.
Saying.
No, that's amazing.
It worked.
Yeah, that's a good story.
Okay. So,
yeah, love your children. No, it's good. I think that's a great place to start.
Just start on loving our children.
I think so.
So the thing is, Tracy, is that just like love your husbands, teach the young women to love their husbands.
Mm-hmm.
That was like, okay, yeah, all right, okay.
Yeah.
But then when I read the one, love their children, well, how can you're supposed to love your children?
Yeah, they're supposed to. It's kind of automatic.
Yeah, but there are times.
Yes, there are.
They are. They're just so tired. And besides that, I remember getting so frustrated because if I tried to get the house all cleaned up,
yeah,
and so let's just say that I took the cloth and I went to the wall and I cleaned it off from all the muck and mire or wherever. Within probably half an hour, it's probably worse, but the next day, totally the same muck or from a different mud puddle was on the same wall, and I thought, oh, the most repetitious
job of all time.
And you wipe the little nose, and 2 seconds later,
I know it's true.
Nose, and you're tired because they kept you up all night.
And you wash the same dishes.
Yes, over and over, and you cook 3 times a day.
Yes.
Or you got to make sure they're not starving, and all those kind of things.
And then they won't eat.
Yeah, that one I couldn't hardly take that.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Yeah, look, yeah. And so, but the thing is that. And sometimes they're quirky and do funny things that you don't think, like, where'd that come from? But sometimes it's as simple as the Bible says, love your husband.
Mm-hmm.
The Bible says, love your children.
Yeah.
And so, and Brother Branham said that when we have delinquent kids, what we need to do is to love them. That really helped me. When I heard that, I thought, okay,
that's really powerful.
He said, all you have to do is love them.
Really?
That's what he said.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And I thought, ooh, okay.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So because the word says, the prophet said, it's love.
Yeah.
So it's like it's something that God says for us to do in the Bible.
Yeah.
So anyway, so that's sometimes when I'm in a hurry, I think the Bible says so there.
Yeah, so there. So it works. So it works.
Just keep moving.
Yeah, just keep moving. I feel like it goes. Kids too are such a long game, and they go through such stages. My oldest is only 8, so I'm only that far into it.
Sure.
But just from like when you have a baby, those postpartum days are nothing like the 5-year-old days. They're completely different events. Yeah, and so how do you think about when you're postpartum and maybe you've kind of lost your mind a little bit?
Yes, yeah, right. It hurts.
It hurts.
You're tired.
Yep. Maybe even you need to see a doctor.
Yes,
things aren't right. And so then you have to love that baby there, but then when they're 4 and they're super annoying, you need to love them just as much.
Yes.
So how do you go about continuing that throughout every stage they go through? Because they go through so much.
Yes. I'm so glad God put that verse in the Bible that I've already used. Mm-hmm. If any of you lack wisdom. Mm-hmm. Because to me, wisdom means understanding.
Yes.
and it means clarity of thought of a circumstance. So if any of you lack wisdom, then a mask of God, who gives to all men liberally, and upbraideth not, and it shall be given him.
Yeah.
I always love the upbraideth not.
Yeah.
Ninny, how come you don't know what is obvious? He never says that.
That's not what's coming.
And that's not what he does. That's not his attitude.
He's not going to treat you that way.
No.
Yeah.
He promised right there.
Yeah, that's really
very
soothing.
It is.
Yeah.
Because you
it
think,
is.
Well, it's when we were talking about that Facebook stuff. This is totally getting off the subject.
That's okay.
But when we were talking about that, I remember being told by a young woman saying, I get so depressed. I've got all these children and my husband, and I'm just totally depressed. So why are you depressed? Because my friends, those girls that I went to high school with and college with, their husbands are perfect. Okay. And they did this, that, and the other for them.
The comparison.
And their kids, they eat their food. And I saw them, this is all due to Facebook. And I saw every day or every week, whatever, they show me, I get to see the picture of this most amazing food that they just made. And I have just thrown a hamburger at the kids. And these people are eating, all this gourmet stuff. I'm just depressed. I'm a failure.
Yeah.
But what I said to that young woman, I said, she are showing you that only the part that is positive.
Half a second out of the day.
She's got the same issues that you have.
Yeah.
She's got the same annoyances with dealing with stuff, both her husband, her children, her life.
Yeah,
her
house.
Kids make things dirty. Yes.
It's true.
So I said, look, maybe you shouldn't be on Facebook because they're feeding you only the positive.
It's not helping you.
It's making you depressed, and that's not healthy.
No.
Anyway, so back to that other one about the children. I wanted to finish that story. You get there, you have wiping off the same dirt that you wipe the. You think, oh, it's just not worth it, You're sweeping up the.
I know it.
Area. You're just repetition. And two things. One is there's a verse in Proverbs that says, where no oxen are, the crib where the oxen lives is clean.
Oh, interesting.
But much increase is by the strength of the ox.
That's beautiful.
Where no oxen are, the crib is clean. The place, but much increase is by the strength of the ox. And back when our kids were all these wiping this stuff off, I said, where no kids are, the house is clean.
It's true.
But how would I feel if I didn't have children?
Yeah, would you trade it?
Because they're equating the hard work of having an ox versus it's like a tractor.
Yeah.
If you're complaining about having to put gas on the tractor.
Yeah, it's true.
If you're a farmer.
Yeah.
And so
no, I
used that verse a lot. I just got so frustrated. And the other thing I did when everything just became utterly monotonous repetition of the same trivia of doing the same thing, I thought, you know what? I've got to find some little hobby or dig up something that that I can do that has a tomorrow. And then the next day
that will
be the
last
same. It's building on itself. So what I chose or did was I decided I like to sew and quilt. I'll make a little quilt.
It's a good one.
If I put 10 pieces of quilt together and 10 little squares tomorrow, which might be all the time I have for it, that's a lot of quilts.
It lasts.
And then another 10 the next day.
Yeah.
Pretty soon I got this. Pretty soon I have a blankie.
Yeah.
And it's keeping my kids warm.
Yeah.
Or
I love that. You're actually not the only lady who's ever mentioned that to me, sewing, and how they loved it because it was something that didn't get ruined, like dishes, or it's like it's something that you make it and it's there.
Something to show next year.
Yes.
But then the kids, of course, the problem is the children are there to show. But what happens to us is that they grow an eighth of an inch, and then an eighth of an inch, and an eighth of an inch, and we don't. Oh, look at the eighth of an inch. We only notice it when we have to get new clothes or shoes or something. And to me, my big like wake up moments with the children growing was they lost a tooth. You know, they can be when they were at the age of losing. I think,
oh
a
my
new
goodness,
stage.
what's happened?
I mean, like, what?
Yeah.
What happened? They're not babies anymore.
It's true.
So
that's so cute.
So it's a matter of there you go.
I have a book. I have actually the only love language book I own is Love Languages for Children.
Really?
To my great shame, I've never read it. It just sits.
Sure.
Yeah.
It might be useful,
but
and if you read it, let me know.
Maybe I'll mail it down to you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's an interesting, because you could apply the same thing. Like you try to find out what really works. That's hard.
And you know, another thing, what I so appreciate what you just said. You know, John Wesley's, I heard this just this past week, that she spent so many minutes, I think it was every week, I may have even been every day, but it was with each child.
Yeah, that's special.
I mean, that's giving them one-on-one.
Yeah.
That makes a person feel very important.
Yeah.
And her affirmation of John, that he was a specially gifted person and that God had protected him and kept him for that, because he nearly got burnt alive in a house.
Yes.
That she said, no, you're important.
Wow.
God's got a plan for you. It was so ingrained that we all could say John Wesley and we know what we're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's really powerful.
That was the mother.
That she pumped him up.
Yes,
like that.
and Lincoln, you know Abraham Lincoln?
Yeah.
Whenever you read about him, it was, he lost his mom, then the dad remarried in the woods, and they only, but she, I believe it was the second mom, provided books and things for his mind to grow.
Yeah.
And he gives credit to her. I don't know if, honestly, to be honest, I'm not sure whether it was number one mom or second.
I don't know.
But it was one of his moms that he gives credit that that's where he was, is because his
mom. Yeah, that's special.
And it may have been the second one.
I'm trying to think if I know. I mean, obviously, I know lots of great moms, but it's like if you know a mom that is a good example of loving her children every day,
and giving them attention, and affirmation and approval.
Yeah, that's a hard job.
But I see you doing it.
Oh, I'm trying.
You're 60. I get to see you quite a bit, and I think exactly that you're doing it. No, I see it. You're so good, Heather. I'm telling you the honest truth.
Those girls, they're the best girls. They're easier. They're easy. You know, it's
If you had a fellow, you'd do equally well.
Hopefully.
I'm quite confident.
You're so sweet. No, the hard thing is for me is that kids do drain, you know, before they drain. Yes, so I get sometimes to where Luna just wants me to just put my arm around her and snuggle her, and I'm like, if you touch me, I will die. Like I can't continue this. And so I do feel bad. I worry about that sometimes.
You are investing. To me, I don't think people realize that that these things that they do that are you know, you get tired or you get whatever, that if you overcome that feeling by God's grace, and you make that concerted effort, it's an investment, which it's like putting money in the bank. Literally. That's really good. And you know how they say if you put 10 cents in the bank from the time that you start getting, you do newspapers, like when I was growing up, little boys would throw newspapers and got so many cents. If they had put in so many cents of their few cents into something where it was that they'd be the million trillionaires. If it was invested.
If it was invested properly.
What women don't realize is that what they are doing is an investment. And the boy had to throw his newspapers to get his 10 cents to be able to invest. He was tired. He wanted to play with baseball, but he decided to do this. And so I'm saying it is an investment that will pay off. And another analogy that I have used with like a group of ladies that that I was just asked to talk to them. And I brought some bricks
Okay.
to this class thing where these girls were, these ladies, these mamas.
Mm-hmm.
Some just simple bricks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I said, okay. So every time that you do something kind for your child, you think of your child, you every day you are laying a brick.
Okay.
Bricks.
Yeah.
And then your words and stuff is good mortar, you know. You've got this brick, here's your day, you're giving it all you got.
Okay.
The mortar is kind words and
Yeah.
and thinking of them. And then next day, the next brick, more kind words, more affirmation, and you go say, and you think, well, just 2 little bricks. What's that gonna do? But pretty soon you've got a castle.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It is an investment.
Yeah.
It is laying down bricks for your castle.
That's so good. Do you know what that makes me think of? So I went to a really progressive therapist for years.
Yes.
You know, because I had to recover
Right.
from my raising.
Certainly, of course.
Yeah, many of us did, right?
Yeah.
But I also read this book during, you know, right before
Yes.
then. And I read about this study that was done on daycare that witnessed 9/11. So it was there about these kids, you know, daycare, and they saw whatever they were experienced it. I think it was near them. It was New York.
Yes.
I don't know what all.
Wow.
And, you know, they went on to learn that all of these kids, I think pretty much, developed acute stress disorder, which is very normal.
Yes.
But then only a portion of them went on to develop PTSD, and a portion of them recovered.
Okay.
And if I'm remembering correctly, they were like, well, so we're going to call that resilience, that ability to not develop a mental disorder.
Yeah.
And they said what made one of the things, or the thing that they found contributed to that resilience, was how you were treated from till your first 5 years or something, or first 4 years. So if your mother touches you, cares for you, feeds you, you're safe. If you have a mother and a parents that are very present, you build a strong mind.
Yeah.
And I think that's so interesting. And it's a little bit backward from kind of what I would have been taught, maybe, that you need to toughen a kid up.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Yeah, I found that that's not.
Yeah. I mean, and the other thing is, like a story of when, with our firstborn, if he cried, I thought, I'm doing something wrong. My baby's crying. I got to go fix it right now.
Yeah.
And so I'd rush to wherever he was and nurse him or do something.
Yeah.
To hold him, because I thought this
hard.
Well,
yeah.
And this old lady came to stay. Law was drafted, so he wasn't there.
Yeah.
So the thing is, this old lady came to stay, and so do you want to hear about that one?
Sure, tell me. Yeah, this is good stuff.
Okay, well, the deal was that I thought if he cried, that I was a bad mama.
Yeah.
Because look, my baby's crying.
No, all babies cry.
Yes.
It's their skill set.
So I rushed. So I had this old lady staying in our house in the guest bedroom, and so the first, and Law was not there because he was away on a trip, and so the deal was that during the night, Samuel woke up like 5 times, and I rushed to him like crazy and nursed him like, whew. And so then in the morning, I get up and the little lady has a little chat with me, and she says, Heather, you know,
cute.
he hears your footsteps, and he's just spoiled, you know, not spoiled, but he doesn't need you 5 times.
He's trained.
Yeah, trained.
Yeah.
Yes. And she said, and I said, but he's crying. That means I need to do something. That baby's crying.
So hard.
And she looks at me and she says, but Heather, how can his lungs develop if he doesn't use them?
Fair.
She says, you are not doing him any favor to not let him at least exercise those lungs and develop them. The air has to come in at a fast rate as well as a slow rate to develop healthy lungs.
That's so cute.
And I said, oh, really? She said, okay. She says, tonight, don't worry about me. I'm not, at least we're not worried at all.
Yeah.
So when he starts to cry, I am asking you to just see how it works. Just try it.
Yeah.
That you don't just jump
Yeah.
and run to him.
Yeah. Give him a
Yeah.
little.
Give it, see how he reacts.
Mhm.
Says, "Oh, are you sure you can put up with it?" She said, "Oh, absolutely."
Yeah.
So that night, first time he woke up, middle of the night, for 12 or 11, whatever it was, I jumped to the side of the bed. I thought, oh, I promise I won't.
Brutal.
So then I started to count through the. I thought, my baby's dying. No, he's not dying. She said he wasn't. Okay, he needs his lungs developed. That's right. Oh, exactly right. His lungs. Yes. And then all of a sudden I noticed that you get to know the tone of your child's
Mhm.
crying, and it had gone a lot less dramatic. I
Yeah.
thought, oh wow, okay.
Yeah.
His lungs. Okay, yes, okay. And pretty soon it was whimpering, and within a minute or two, and I don't think this must have not lasted more than 5 or 6 minutes.
Yeah.
But to me it was 15, 20 minutes
Yeah.
because I mean I was about ready to run and forget
Yeah,
the old lady.
Poor
And so-
exhausted mom.
Yeah. So but he stopped, and I thought, oh my. Huh,
Yeah.
okay.
So he did it.
So then the next hour or two later, he did it, but each time of the 5 times I would have run and nursed him, it was shorter.
Yeah. Oh, that's so.
It actually
that's
was
really
shorter.
amazing.
The crying
Yeah.
was shorter,
Yeah.
and I thought, oh,
This is working.
she said.
Yeah.
So in the morning, she said, yeah, but don't forget his lungs. He has to aerate.
Yeah.
Those lungs. So okay.
That's so sweet and funny, actually.
Yeah.
That's such a relatable story, I think, to anyone who's ever had a baby.
Yeah, because you think you're a poor mom
I
if
know.
the child is crying.
Yeah.
Not enough milk for sure.
Oh, I know.
I just am out of milk.
I know. Andromeda, man, she cried and cried and cried, and it was like, you know what? There's actually nothing I can do.
Yes.
She's just going to cry.
Yes.
That's who she is.
She's got nice, sturdy, strong.
She does.
lungs.
She's a very healthy child.
Yes. And sometimes I think, especially people whose parents were not attentive
Mhm.
and who weren't good parents as far as providing the needs
Yeah.
in a nice way.
Yeah.
Sometimes those people can overreact.
Yeah.
Because this other precious, dear lady that I know, I love her dearly, but it wasn't easy. Her growing up was actually very hard.
Yeah.
And she didn't get the attention that she needed and the help that she needed when she needed it. And it was hard.
That's really hard.
Yes. But then when she had her own, she swung so drastically over here.
Yeah.
That her kids now won't, they aren't developing. It's like,
Oh, interesting.
don't ever let the crying, if you think but it's understandable, the reaction.
Yeah.
But I'm saying the outcome would be better if somehow by God's grace, there could be a balance where you think they've got to learn.
They do have to learn.
They have to learn.
And kids cry.
And they have to grow.
Yeah.
And I can't meet every detail of their.
Well, they have to be empowered to do things on their own.
You can do this.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they have to.
Yeah.
That's a big thing. No, that's really good. So love your children.
Yeah, and loving them isn't just giving them everything they want.
Yeah.
A lot of times that is another reaction to upbringing.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get them many toys, and so therefore I'm going to give them everything in sight.
Yeah.
That doesn't make their mind be creative.
Yeah, that's
like,
true.
To make houses out of boxes and to dig holes and invent that they're doing something fancy and wonderful. No, that has to be explained, and the rules and regulations.
Yeah.
Got to help them with every Lego bit.
Yeah, yeah.
Actually not.
Yeah. They need independence.
Back in the days when Legos were just a big box of bits.
Yeah.
Kids could invent things. Now it's
true.
Like, this is the plan.
I know. I never remember instructions as a child. Not ever.
Now thou shalt not lose any pieces because it's part of it.
That's so stressful.
So it's hard on the child.
Yeah.
They have to not lose anything. I'm just saying the outcome. Think about it.
Yeah. That's really good. Think about it.
Think about it.
Yeah.
Pray about it. Wisdom. That's for wisdom.
Ask for wisdom.
And if you don't show respect to your husband and your husband to you, don't expect your children to respect either one. Don't expect it.
Yeah, that's real.
Because one thing I felt is that I would not allow my children to say negative things about their dad
Mhm.
or them about me.
Yeah.
Because if I couldn't, I'm not saying they couldn't say, but I'm saying if I wouldn't allow them to run him down
Yeah. Yeah. No
or not
bashing.
respect
Yeah.
him, because then if I hadn't given him the respect when they turned 13 and I was beside myself,
That's true.
they wouldn't have had enough respect to
Yeah.
react to whatever he did.
But they did have such respect for him
They
that they
did. They
listened to
realized
him.
that, oops, this time I'm not getting spanked, but for sure I did something wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
Anyway,
that's really good.
Just
Mhm.
there's so many things about children.
There's so many things. They're
But
such
to
a
love them as unto the Lord.
yeah.
This is a mission field
Yeah.
It's an additional field of your field.
It is. Yeah, I always do think of it like it's a ministry.
And
Like,
it
it's like this
is.
is your thing that
This is what God has
you've
given
been
it
appointed
and
to do this thing.
entrusted you with, and you'll
Yeah.
hear the well done.
Yeah. Yeah.
It isn't just in money and burying your things in the ground where
Mhm.
God says, I gave you so much and you buried it, or I gave you 30 and you came back with 10. At least thank you for making something out of it.
Yeah.
But the person that says, no, this is something I'm going to give it my best.
Yeah, I'm going to invest
So
in
the Lord
this.
says, He'll entrust us with more.
Yeah. That's really good. Well, thank you, Sister Heather.
There we go.
Yeah, thank you so much.
I appreciate it.